Chris, has there been anything this year so far that you've seen, sports-wise, in football, college football, or anything that's kind of amazed you, or kind of,
Well, being a Clemson alumnus, I got to watch C.J. Spiller, Clemson's running back. He does a lot more than play running back. He returned a bunch of several kickoffs and punts for touchdowns this year. But the big thing is the kid played with turf toe all season long, and without him, I don't know what we would have done this year. But he basically just gutted out a great season for us. He scored a touchdown in every single game this season. Had his two biggest games against the two biggest games we had this year, the AC Championship and against Miami, over 300 total yards, all-purpose yards, each of those games. But and just supposedly he's just a great kid at the same time. I think he should have been in the mention for the Heisman, but I do have a little bit of a bias there. But I mean, just so much raw speed. It just amazes me how fast athletes are nowadays. I'm 15 years removed from playing in college, and just to see the advance in athleticism and strength and power, it's amazing.
who's your favorite player to watch in the NBA?
LeBron James is a ton. He's a lot of fun to watch play, and as much as I hate to admit it, Kobe Bryant's a great player. But I think Dwayne Wade's probably my favorite player. There's not a lot of humility in pro sports, but I think he still has hold on to some of that, and he's just so much fun to watch. He just got such heart. He's got a ton of ability as well, but he's got so much heart and grit. I don't think that Miami's really ever out of a game if he's on. He kind of wills them to win. If he had some more players around him, I think he could be doing some special things. But he's probably my favorite right now.
How about in Major League Baseball?
Major League Baseball, I hear there's a young pitcher that had a pretty good day yesterday. Mr. Strasburg for the Washington Nationals. He had 14 strikeouts in his debut, and John Smoltz was about to jump out of his skin calling the game to talk about the kid. I read some articles about it, and just to hear people like Pudge Rodriguez and Adam Dunn just talk about how they've never seen what this kid's doing, and to realize how many great players, how many great pitchers they've seen firsthand. To be such a huge draw, to get that many fans to show up at the game, and then for Adam Dunn to say what a great guy he is aside from it. Happy for that kid. And also Clemson's quarterback and freshman All-American in football just happens to be an All-American in baseball, and he's the first player ever in Division I to throw 20 touchdown passes and hit 20 home runs in the same calendar year, which is just nuts. And unfortunately for us, he got drafted by the Colorado Rockies in the first round, 26th overall, I think, which means he's probably not going to be coming back to play his sophomore season at Clemson. So we're going to have to find an answer to that. But that's kind of the bulk of my Major League Baseball knowledge. I need to increase that because my wife's dad is a huge Dodgers fan, huge baseball fan. And he's actually a minor league pitcher. So I need to step up my knowledge of Major League Baseball.
Now, how about football and the NFL?
NFL football is awesome. I'm a huge college football fan, college sport fan. NFL, I've always been a huge Cowboys fan, but with free agency and stuff like that going on, it's hard to follow a team. You can, you end up getting attached to players. So, and 2 years later on another team. Watching the Patriots organization and how they're able to take players that were kind of problem players in other places and just have them buy into the team concept is pretty amazing. So I really respect what they're doing up there. But I'm really disappointed in just the lack of maturity with a lot of the pro athletes and the NFL players in general. Just so many off the field things with, I understand some of the trappings of the money and the fame and all that comes along with that, but just the decisions that some of these guys are making, I don't think they realize. I hope they don't realize, because if they do realize, that means they don't care what type of role model they really are. You can't escape being a pro athlete, being a role model. So, love watching pro sports, but I really wish that some of these guys would take more seriously the role they play.